Pop-up are heartbreaking, you guys. It's not always rosy, and sometimes it can be rosy and then you want to do a second one right immediately, but just be open-minded for anything that comes. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you're new here, my name is Dimma Jane, and I thought it was necessary for me to do an essential video for you guys. So before we get into today's video, if you're not subscribed, please do hit the subscribe button and the bell beside it. With that being said, let's get right into it. So I think in my last two vlogs, if you've been following me for the longest time, you know that I had a pop-up recently, and that's my second pop-up, which was a travel pop-up, and I decided to talk about it. So today we'll be talking about pop-ups. First of all, let's Google what pop-up is, what a restaurant pop-up is actually. A restaurant pop-up is a temporary restaurant. These restaurants often operate from a private home, former factory, or similar space, and during festival. So a pop-up is more like, let's say you want to do an event and you don't have a space, or you want to host people, you don't have a space, so you get to rent a space for a day or two, or for a week, maybe in a festival spot or in a mall, something like that. So yes, today I'm going to tell you guys the tips, steps, and everything. These things I'm going to be saying are totally out of my experience for the 2 times that I've done pop-ups, and I'm so excited to share these tips with you guys. So let's get to it. Well, I want to talk about why chefs do pop-up. I already told you, because they don't have like a big space to accommodate a lot of people, so they just thought that it's best to rent a space, invite people, do your advertisement, and get your customers to come, or your clients to come, have dinner, lunch, or whatever concept you want to present to them. And anyway, steps to planning a pop-up. First of all, I'm going to talk about the concept, you guys. You need to think about what message you're trying to pass across to your clients. What do you have in mind? How do you want it set up? Is it a fine dining? Is it just I don't know. You can just think about any how do I put it? Any concept at all that you feel like you can pass a message across to these people, and they will come take pictures. Instagrammable concepts, you guys. Just these days, people are so attracted to Instagram or Facebook and stuff. So you need to think of a concept that works for them, that will make them, their friends are going to be like, oh, where did you go have this dish? It looks so nice. Presentation, guys, that is what I'm talking about. Because these days, everybody wants to do boomerang. You get it. Secondly, we're going to be talking about the location, guys. When you think about your concept, you need to think about the location, because it's very necessary. You need to think about if this particular spot you're using is going to work for your concept, because if it's not going to work, then I don't see any need why you should be taking such location. And then you need to examine, do people actually love this place? Is it a place where people can come take pictures? Because honestly, these days everything is more like for the gram. Everybody wants to take awesome pictures. Nobody wants to play dress up, and then at the end of the day they can't take pictures. I don't know if you get my point. I don't know if it works for you guys, but I mean, for me, I don't want to play dress up and go to a place that I can't take pictures. How about that? So you need to think about the location, reach out to them and schedule. Then discuss the charges. You need to discuss charges, your percentage, what it's about. You need to find out the logistics and make your proposal. So if they are cool with it, then fine, they will come for you, they will accept your proposal. But if they're not cool with it, then you have to look for somewhere else to get it. Next, we're going to be talking about is teamwork, guys. You need to plan very well with your team, because on that day, if your team is not ready to do as planned, then your pop-up might end up being trash. So you need to school them. You need to let them know that this is what you need to make sure that the photography is on standby, the dishwasher is on, like everybody is going to be working. You need to educate these people so much on these things, because if they're not educated, if they're not informed about it, it's just going to be trash, to be honest. You're going to regret hiring those people on that day. You need to make sure that the accounts, everything is just working. Okay, so next we're going to be talking about finding a way to make it a win-win win-win for the restaurant. Because so next we're going to be talking about find a way to make it a win-win for you and the restaurant. Now make sure that they have 100% of the cocktails and drinks. This is just to make it easy so that they can earn from that aspect, so that they won't feel like, oh okay, this person just came, took over our restaurant and we're not earning that much. They might not want to accept the proposal next, or even from the onset they won't even want you to, you know, pull through with your pop-up in their restaurant or in their venue. So try to make it a win-win for them. At the same time, do your research, guys, because you don't know if these people have all the legal documents, health documents, insurance, all of that. So make sure that you do your research and make sure that all of those things are available on that day, just in case anything happens. And then let's talk about OLR. Now, operate with limited resources, you guys. That is one thing I learned. Operate with limited resources, because you don't want stories that touch the heart. Now, videographer and photographer, you have to hire one so that you can at least create memories and say, okay, this thing happened. You can watch them and really nice stuff. Okay, so get a professional videographer and photographer for that day. Yes. Also, I'm going to be talking about tips on pop-up, you guys. This is now the things that I've experienced big time, and I'm going to be talking about them. Know your kitchen. You need to go into that kitchen, find out what and what is not there, what equipment and appliances you'll be using on that they don't have, and make it available. Because on that day you're gonna be running up and down and you'll be like, so you guys don't have a toaster? You guys don't have a blender? You guys don't have this? Boo, you don't want to be running up and down. So you just have to know your kitchen. Find out what and what you'll be needing on that day, and if it's not available, try to make it available on that day, because you don't want to go about running up and down. Also, start small, guys. Start small. Limited resources, just start small. Don't do too much on your first pop-up, because sometimes pop-ups can be really heartbreaking. Marketing, guys, not necessarily social media. Social media is not enough marketing for your pop-ups. You need to do things outside social media. Find a way to, you know, push your event, because if you're just going to be advertising on social media, then I don't think it can do so much for you. It can, but to a particular extent. But please try as much as possible to reach out to your clients and people, especially when doing a travel pop-up. Very necessary, guys, very necessary. So set up at least an hour before time, because you don't want, when your guests are arriving, you're already running up and down. You're like, okay, this is not ready, this is not ready. Try to set up before 1 hour try to set up 1 hour before the time, just so that things can, you know, be a lot more easier. Then be you and do you, guys. Be you and do you. This is very, very important. Just do what you want, pass the message you want to pass across. People will always accept it. They'll be like, oh, this is new. Be you, guys. Just do you. Look forward to the menu that people really want. So just be you. Try as much as possible to not be regular, you guys. Don't be regular. Look for menus. Look for spices that you know it's definitely going to be different from what people get on a regular basis. Presentation has to be top notch, you guys. Look for the best presentation settings you can get and use that. At the same time, have fun, guys. That's why I said teamwork is very important. You need this team to do these things, because if you're going to be everywhere trying to make sure everything is all right, you are not going to have fun from your pop-up. So try as much as possible to have the best team that you can get at your workplace on that day, because you're not going to have fun if everybody is just lazy and not getting the job done. You end up running up and down. So yeah, that's that. At the same time, have a backup plan, because you never can tell what can happen in the middle of the whole thing. So always have a backup plan for every single thing, because you don't know, you don't want to get hurt and all of that. So sometimes pop-up are heartbreaking, you guys. It's not always rosy, and sometimes it can be rosy and then you want to do a second one right immediately. But just be open-minded for anything that comes and I wish you all the best when you finally do your pop-up. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you've watched up to this point, please do subscribe, join the gang by hitting the subscribe button and the bell beside it. Like this video if you love it and leave a comment below. If you also have videos that you want me to film, essential videos guys, let me know in the comment section. I'll be there, and see you guys in my next one. Bye.